Hi, my name's Corinne Bradd, and today I want to show you how you can achieve perfect layering effects with your Brother ScanNCut. Now I'm using an SDX 1200, but you can do this same project on any of the ScanNCut machines, as long as you've got a nice supply of brightly coloured card. So I've done a folk art design. There will be some templates that I've drawn that you can download. And I love the painted folk art, but unfortunately my eyesight and my hand are just not steady enough to get that degree of perfection like I've seen with some of these beautifully painted ideas. So I've just looked at what people have done and gone, do you know what? I'll cut that out of paper. So let's just pop them to one side. What I want to just show you today is you'll draw out your designs. And the way I drew these with designs was, for example, with this one. I drew this outer first of all, copied it, and then cut it to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So I knew that they all fitted in perfectly. I scanned them into my sheen like this, all the different designs on there, but I didn't want them as big as I'd drawn them. So what you can do is you can shrink them all down individually, but to get the ratio correct is an absolute nightmare and requires a calculator. So your best way to do this is actually to use the pointy stick tool and not your finger. If you select all of your shapes, you OK it, you object edit, and this button here is a grouping button. And that will just group all of your shapes together so that you can shrink it down or enlarge it to whatever size you desire. And then once you OK it, you can ungroup it. You can move the individual shapes around your screen so you can flip them, you can rotate them 90 degrees, you can squeeze them all in so that, hold on, you can get the most number of shapes out of your piece of card, like I've done here. But the thing to remember with that is if you save your object, don't save it as a grouped object, because once you've done that, you won't ever be able to move these around again. So I'm just going to show you how easy it is to cut. And I'm just going to cut, hold on, I'm just going to cut one section of this. I'm just going to set this section here. I'm going to group those leaves together, and then this section here, I'm going to group, and I'm just going to pop them in the bin temporarily. So it's left me with this one here. Let's just put that to one side. Grab yourself a standard cutting mat. Now that's the leaf designs that I've done there. So I'm just going to get a piece of card that will be acceptable for these leaves. So that should fit in there quite well. Pop it in your machine. OK it and cut. And it's just worth bearing in mind that your scanner lever is set to the first position. It's worth also checking that your half cut is off. If you've been cutting vinyl, the mistake I always make, I forget to turn the half cut off, and then I think my blade's blunt. So we'll just start this. And the SDX 1200 has an automatic blade function, so it will measure the depth of the mat and the depth of your card and it will work out exactly the pressure it needs to cut at. Sometimes with a bit of thicker card, I like to just play about with it myself and increase the pressure. But that's just going to cut that out very quickly. While that's doing that, I'm going to show you the myriad of colours and shapes that I've cut each design or each set of designs out from different colour card. And then quite simply, it's just a matter of picking your base shape, layering it with the next one, remembering what shape goes in the next one. I think it's this. Oh, not him, but him. And with these designs that I've done, you can see which piece goes in which piece because they are fairly distinctively different. But there's nothing stopping you altering the design to suit your needs, mixing and matching, like so. Let's just pop him to one side because I've cut my leaves now. And this is what I mean by being able to enlarge and reduce your designs so that you can then manipulate them to fit them in as small a piece of card as possible. Because you just save so much material. And also, if you can fill your entire design mat with shapes, you can then just let the machine cut them all out in one fell swoop while you go off and make a cup of coffee. It saves you so much time as well. So as you can see, initially, these leaves were on that design sheet. All right, I've shrunk them down probably by about 70%, but they take up a much smaller footprint on your piece of card because you've moved them. But because what you did was you enlarged and reduced them as a group, you know that each one will still fit proportionally on top of the next. Just take these off here and put my protective mat back on. Ooh. So there you go. Look, blue leaves on a blue mat. Every time. Let's just pop these here. So you can spend, say, perhaps a couple of hours one morning just laying pieces of card on your mat, cutting them out, letting them go, and then you can spend the evening just layering them together to create these folk art designs for a greetings card. It's got a little journal cover here. And this one is my favourite. This is just using a very small selection of colours, quite muted colours. And that's just a painted canvas. It's been painted with chalk paint with a little bit of cream in the middle, brushed out to the edges so it looks aged. And then I've added in stem lines with an opaque paint pen and added my layered flowers and leaves on top of it. So, as I say, the templates will be in the description below for you to download. Please have fun with it. Please fill your house with layered folk art pieces to brighten up all your home deco. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope that's given you some inspiration. Join us again very, very soon. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.